I'm out here. I have this strong desire to come out in the woods. And anybody that knows me knows I am not a woods girl. I'm not a bugs, uh, creepy crawly things type of girl. I do have an affinity for the woods. I'm out here and I just feel like I just want to run through the woods. I don't know where I'm going. And with the sun going down and it being overcast, I would be lost because, yeah, I wouldn't know. I don't have any directional things and I don't know how bright the moon is going to be or what. So, I'm just like, I'm fucking in the goddamn woods. Like, I'm drawn, like, I should be staying on the road and I'm in the damn brush and shit. I don't know. You have to forgive my language. I am who I am. I try to not use spicy French, but sometimes it is what it is. So, it doesn't make me any less godly or whatever. I'm at a crossroads. So, let's see if I can tell. I'm at a crossroads right here. Should I go left? Should I go right? That's how life is. That's how my life has been the last 2 weeks. Well, not even weeks. It's been months. I realized today it's been 7 months that since I began this journey of really digging into myself, really taking the time to, make sure I'm good. It's just dismaying to me how, Hi, how are you? You're not closing yet, are you?
No.
Okay.
Be careful.
Oh, what's over there?
Nothing, but nothing can.
Okay. All right. I hear you. She just warned me to be careful. I'm like, wait, what's in here? She said, just in case. Oh, okay. And a smart person would. I hear something, so I am turning around. Because I'm not stupid. A smart person would have turned around when she said it. No, not me. I wait till I hear shit. Oh, okay. Well, I'm leaving because this day place, I'm in day territory. And I think I'm going this direction away from the noise, just in case. It's probably just a squirrel. But I'm not really the one to want to find out. Yeah. So I'm going to take the other road at that crossroad. But that's just a lesson in life. Like sometimes you're like, okay, this looks like the road to go. And you get halfway down the road, you be like, turn back. Oop. And there's nothing wrong with that. We're so hard on ourselves. Like we pressure ourselves so much to fit into this man-made timeline of man-made timeline of unattainable goals. Like who at 18 is really smart enough, has the fortitude enough to make it on their own? And I'm not saying that there aren't people that have done it. I'm not saying that, I haven't had to struggle on my own because I couldn't really ask my parents because I didn't have it, But my thing is, we create this timeline. Oh, at 18, you're an adult. No, the fuck you're not. You don't know shit. And forget at 21, when you're supposed to have it all together, have picked what you were going to do for your life at 18. And now, if you don't, if you did go to school, you're supposed to pick your major for what you're supposed to do for the rest of your life. Then take undertake it for 4 years and or more, depending on what your major is. And this is what you're supposed to do for the rest of your life. And God forbid you want to change what you picked when you were still a child and didn't even know who the hell you were. So, and then in that 4 years or so, or not soon after you graduate from college, if you haven't already found the love of your life, gotten married, and start on your 2.5 children, you are a failure. And it's like, no. We're not a failure. You know, that timeline doesn't work for everybody. Some people, that timeline is perfect for. Some people, that timeline is perfect. It works. You know, it's beautiful. But for other people, it's not. It's unrealistic. It's like, why the hell, as if I have a respectful child that's, well, this is the thing. You raise the child. So if you have a child that is disrespectful, doesn't listen, takes you and other people for granted, you kind of have a hand in that because you raised that child for those 18 years. And you created that, had a hand in creating that. Yes, at some point that child is going to have to make the decision that, you know what, the BS that my parents taught me and programmed me with is not everything that it should be. And I'm not saying that parents are not doing a great job or that they're feeding their kids BS. There's just some things that we just have carried down through generations and generations that we just do now. And a lot of us have broken that mold and allowed our children to just be, you know, whatever their personality is, whatever they really have a passion for. We've really turned the tide on how we parent and allowing them really to really walk in their personalities, their individuality. Whereas before it was like, oh, you have to be a certain way to be seen a certain way. Like if to be seen as a good girl, you had to do certain things or be a certain way. You had to dress a certain way. But what I've learned at looking at other cultures, especially European cultures, like the gypsies, for example, people look at them and, you know, say whatever about them. Though their girls may dress in a way that many people feel is inappropriate. Their girls are virgins until they get married. They don't have teenage pregnancies, out of wedlock pregnancies and all that. Though their girls dress in a way that some people would feel is very inappropriate for girls their age. They don't have that problem because there was an expectation set, you know. And I'm not saying their way is the right way. All I'm saying is, you know, who are we to decide what is appropriate? Who said that, you know, dressing, you know, good girls dress in a certain way, or only, you know, the women of the night dress in a certain way? I mean, some of that is obvious because you see it, but I mean, why can't I dress sexy but be a smart businesswoman that's just feeling herself that day? You know, I just don't understand why. There's this amazing bridge in front of me. I digress. Turn this around for you. I love stuff like this. When I have my property, I'm going to have lots of these bridges that you can walk over and that have water, and just because it's just such a something about it. Bridges bring you over their renewal, their possibilities, the way that you may never have passed before, you can now because of this bridge, you know. But you know, I was talking about unrealistic expectations we set for ourselves and our children. It's not, like I said, no one's to blame. This is something we learned. You know, looking at this beauty right here as I'm walking over the bridge. It's freaking amazing. I am loving this. This was such a good idea. Oh my God, how beautiful is this? Wow. Dang. In the middle of Orlando. Well, I'll be doggone it. Wow. You can see the road just past the tree line there. That's crazy. But this beauty is right here in the middle of Orlando. Dang. I need to come more often. More often. But as I was saying, it's like, you know, we were only doing what we were taught, which is fine. Hi, how are you? It's like they say, when you know better, you do better. When you learn what you didn't like, what didn't feed your soul. Because I always said child abuse or abuse is, well, child abuse is the attempt to rob a child of their soul, of their spirit, of their innate, that joy and exuberance and just natural curiosity. That's what child abuse is to me. I always thought that from when I was a kid, because I think I was one of those kids that if there was something I wanted to know, I would go to the library and look it up. So I wanted to find out if what I was experiencing was child abuse, because we started hearing about stuff in school. So yeah, we just so I looked it up and I realized, hey, I'm experiencing some of these things and this isn't right. How can I combat that? And I came up with a few scenarios. I could kill myself, or I could run away. I researched that, and running away was not a good option. I didn't like those options. Yeah, that didn't work for me. And then, you know, killing yourself. Well, I've attempted before, but it's. So I knew I was supposed to be here. I had a purpose to fulfill. So, yeah. But I'm still here. And I just can't even imagine not loving myself the way I do now. It's just like unfathomable that I didn't for so many years. I just didn't. And people would say things to me and I'd be like, thanks, or, you know, back at you. But it's something about knowing it in your head and knowing it in your heart. I knew it in my head. I knew all the wonderful things that people say about me. That I'm smart, I'm talented, I'm very creative, I'm, you know, a kind person, all these wonderful things. I'm beautiful and lovely and just wonderful, wonderful things. But I don't know. I couldn't believe it wholeheartedly because it wasn't in my heart. It was a disconnect. But, see the road? The road is right there. This is that water that we were just at. The road is right there. It's hilarious. So, yeah. And I'm standing here. It's just out here. But, yeah, so I'm just, you know, I'm really just thankful that I learned this before I died. Because some people don't figure what I figured out until they're on their deathbed. And they realize what was really worth it and what wasn't. And the roads not traveled were the ones they probably should have gone down. And they never redirected. So